What's up, T1G and YouTube? This is Lucky1313 doing a short video on Raids Level 4. Looking here, I've got Avery, Elite Guild member, one of the strongest in the community, usually a Guard 2, Guard 3 player. I have Striker, another Comp Guild member of T1G. G10 member, very strong, very smart with his builds. And then, of course, myself, wanted to take a look at some of the monsters that we're using. Avery has Basalt, Dias, Chasen, Kona, Sierra, and Perna. He's doing about 50% damage. He is actually doing incredibly well. We've got Striker here. He's been tinkering with some of his builds. You notice his runes aren't up to date, powered up all the way, but still being able to work synergistically with his team, handling business very well. All of his monsters survive 9 out of 10 times. The 10th time being RNG. And then myself here using a complete debuff team, a tanked out Valajul, Chasen 200 speed, Griffin 274, Smokey my debuffer, Bella my healer and attack bar manipulator, and my Desert Queen. I just recently put a new rune on my Desert Queen defense. I'm playing with the idea at the moment. I kind of like her being tanky. She's lasting a lot longer. At 36% debuff, she's still landing the debuffs, as you can see behind this window. Very happy overall with the teams. You need 3 people that coincide together, especially for R4, R5. You can't solo it. You can't 2-man it. You can only solo or 2-man it for so long without a heal block. It's going to be pointless. The things that you really need in these raids are debuffs. Straight up, point blank. You're going to need a block heal. Every time the monster uses the skill right here that removes all buffs, it's going to heal the Rageful Roar. It's going to heal a percentage of its hit points, which takes forever to knock back down, especially if you're down to 2-man or 1-man. I suggest at any time 2 healers, a cleanser, and definitely a tanky front. I go with 2 tanks in the front because my defense of these 2 monsters are very high. 1100 and some change, and then of course almost 2000 Valajul. He's very slow, which is my bane of Valajul. I am been searching for a slot 2 rune for ever speed, and I can't come off this rune because I can't find the subs that I'm looking for. I would love to switch out for 42 speed, but I need CD, CR, and HP or defense. I'd hate to lose it, and I keep this rune because in Guild War I use Olivia, as you've seen in my previous videos. But block heals are absolutely incredibly important. Miss-hit and a glance debuff and break attack is also very important. When they're combined together, the monster's going to do very little damage. The leads we have here are, we have a resist lead. Avery has brought a speed lead of Sierra. He's the damage dealer, as you can see. I'm the debuffer, he's the damage dealer. It looks like, here we go, I got a heal and I was able to live. With the block heal, it allows everybody to basically withstand this damage and to continue moving forward to wearing down the HP of the monster. Without this block heal, he would have healed several times and it would be pointless. We would be starting over, or it looks like I lost Chasen, which is odd. I haven't lost her in a while. But I'm just giving you the fundamental basics of R4. As you can see, our teams are working together. He's still full damage. Full HP. He's full HP. We basically walked that monster down. There's the heal right there. That is stellar. We've done this in 4 minutes and 14 seconds. Wanted to give you a quick video of the inside of R4 and what some of the rewards are. I'll run one more run. Look at that. Wow, 3 heroes in a row. Very impressive. You get no greens here. Your mana runs at least, I think, 18,000. 18 to 20,000. I have seen very seldomly and occasionally a legend rune. Mostly it's Hero or the blue one. As you can see, our lead, we have Sierra. Speed, resistance, defense. After numerous of times of testing, we see that defense works best. HP is good, but defense works best, especially if you have the monster under all those debuffs. You don't have to worry about taking a whole lot of damage with the glance and a break attack. Excuse me. This will be the second run. This should be 2 runs in roughly 8 minutes. I'll go ahead and end the video. Just wanted to give you a quick insight to Raid 4. Slowly but surely gaining the confidence to check out R5. As you can notice, we have a 24% speed buffs. Here's all the buffs that I have. We have resistance 41, speed, and defense. These are the buffs that I have from my glory building shops. 16% on defense, 14% on attack, 20% on CD, fire 7%, water is at 21%, it's maxed. Also get 30 crystals for maxing that. I do suggest taking all of your elemental sanctuaries to level 10. Hit points at 12%, attack at 7%, speed at 14%, level 9. Some are taking speed to level 10. I find it a sort of waste spending 2,000 glory coins on just one level and 1%. But some are doing it. I guess, it's the new speed fab and the new meta. I'm happy at 14%, especially with a 274 Griffin, but I have been living in Giants trying to reach a 300 Griffin. That is my goal and won't stop or move out of that dungeon until I feel that, I achieve that. Notice that with a 24% and 14% and a 274 Griffin that the dragon went first. So that is well over a 300 speed dragon in R4. I don't know the specs of R5 yet. I'm yet to tackle it. I've done it one time, came very close to beating it. But it's a waste of energy if I'm consistently failing. Maybe I'll try it up here again when I feel, I find 2 other members that are worthy of trying. I'd like to try R5 with these guys. These guys are very strong. Just recently got Avery on to Raid 4. He's been kind of hesitant, dragging his feet a little bit, improving some of his builds. Mainly, he is geared towards Arena and Guild War. He recently switched over from Arena to Guild War. Still a predominant force in Arena. Guild War, he's really coming around. His defense is holding up. Did you notice there that his bomb was missed on the dragon? If the bomb does land on the dragon, it is not counted towards that person's percentage. It is actually considered a debuff, so it won't affect your percentage of damage that you do. That's a pretty good insight. Looks our monsters seem to be doing pretty good. We're all full HP, but that can change within a moment's notice. RNG can take the best of us. If we don't land those debuffs, the dragon's going to do incredibly amounts of damage. Slow is also very important, not needed, but if you've got a faster team and you hit the dragon with slow, it's gonna speed things up a little bit and allow your monsters to get in a few more attacks. But on top of that, it's going to bring the counter up. So there's also a debate about Orion. Orion being on Violent versus Swift for this, and Esshire. Orion being on Violent, sometimes you notice how he can go 12, 13, 14 times before his turn is over. That will bring the counter of the dragon up to a point where if your team is already damaged and he's gone 12, 15 times, you have a high probability of basically losing, getting your team swiped out because he was the only one that went. We found that Orion on Swift does work a lot better specifically for raids, but also knowing that a lot of people are going with Swift builds in Arena. There's some that use Orion on Violent, to each their own, but for raids, I would recommend Swift. Therefore, he doesn't go 15 times in a row before the rest of your team. He potentially can take that counter of the dragon all the way to 15 by himself, while your team can be completely decapitated just like that. And the rest of your monsters never go, and then all of a sudden you're getting hit. So Esshire moving 6 times, that sometimes can be a good thing or a really bad thing. He can immediately bring the counter from 9 to 15 without the rest of your team getting the ability to go. It's all about timing. Of course, it's all about RNG, but you have to manipulate what your team does at certain moments. if you can kind of keep it to where everybody goes and doesn't proc like crazy, or it doesn't have a built-in proc, and you can do some damage and land debuffs, you'll be okay. Here you go. This one lasted 4 minutes. Everybody's full health. And Avery, again, 15%. I am thoroughly impressed. Alright, T1G and YouTube, just wanted to show you a quick insight to R4. Stay tuned for more videos. This is just the beginning, the tip of the iceberg. Meet us in channel 1313. Let's see what the rewards are. I got trolled. Avery got a very nice rune. Alright, T1G signing out. Love y'all. T1G Lucky 1313, channel 1313, that one guild.